Alright fam, welcome back to DOREEN'S African Experiences. Today we are moving straight to our 2-bedroom house, and we are going to use this house as our sample. Remember, I intended to use a soil brick house, but these people have not yet fixed the boundary issue like I told you, so we're moving on to use a different house. Alright, so I'm going to give you a tour of the house first, the measurements of the house, and then I'll present myself before you in the video and then discuss the rest of the information while you watch me. Alright, so our house in case today is a house that was built with hollow blocks, 6-inch hollow blocks. And now I'm going to give you calculations for how much it would cost you to build this same house using soil bricks or clay bricks or these particular blocks. I'll be giving you prices in detail. Now let's get in. For starters, the house is 7 meters wide and 8 meters long. I think because of the size of the land, yeah, this house can fit on pretty much, okay, not any land, but a reasonable piece of land. Anyway, let's get in. This is the what you'd call the arch or the car veranda. That's how it looks. Now I'll be breaking down a few things I've seen that I would not advise you to do. And this is the person's living room. This person has used a lot of PJs. PJs were not. Me, I would not advise them. I would not advise you to use this many of them on a house. They don't bring in enough light. This one alone would have been enough for this person, and they needed a big window here. You get one big window and get enough light in your house. But then again, it's not my house. Everyone has their own idea of a good house. So this is their living room, as you can see. And then this is the master bedroom, as you can see. Now a house of this size, of course you don't expect the rooms to be so big, but obviously we get what we can, we take what we get. And this is the bathroom or toilet. It can be both. As you can see, they've kept some of their material there. And then when you come out of the bedroom, you go to the second bedroom, as you can see it right here. Okay, the house is 8 meters high. They added 2 courses after the beam. Remember, after you put your beam, you have to add some courses. I think the blocks got done. Now, there are so many issues with the house, but I'll explain. Okay, and then they have a kitchen there. When you go through there, you have a kitchen. Kakati. Let me start now budgeting and tell you how you can avoid some of the things I'm seeing here. The house has been exposed to rain for so long, which means eventually these concrete blocks or galava, the longer you expose them to rainfall, you make them weak, especially when they've been stuck together like this. When they are single, alone, one, they actually just get stronger. But when the house has already been stuck one onto the other, you have to try and roof them as quickly as possible. Try not to leave them out exposed like this. We have to avoid certain things. Pressure ya roof anyway, the house is good, it's fine, it looks nice. Now here when you're building, our main focus, our beginning focus is strength. Obugumu should be our center of focus. Alright, let's get into the material, cost of building, and then also their foundation. Batekayo 99. They started with these same blocks from the foundation. This is something I wouldn't advise. They removed almost 2 inches of soil in front of the house, probably to backfill the foundation. It is advisable, yes, but if you're using these blocks in the foundation or amazzi zinywa amazzi naye zirwawo gafujja, which makes the house a little bit weaker. Over time, I wouldn't advise it. I can only advise you to do this if you're in a dry area, semi-arid. But this is a slope. On a nyumba, it's a slope, which means the water that's coming from up there ngonaga tukira ku nyumba. Now, the foundation cannot take that kind of pressure. Over time, the house gets weaker. And remember, when you build, you're trying to build a house that you don't have to do over again. As Africans, we don't do things twice. If we're doing it the second time, it has to be bigger or better, or we are expanding. You know? You can build with those 9 blocks from the foundation. It's okay. Now, it depends on what your type of soil is. But either way, we have to get into details on that. Let me give you the prices and then we cover the video, yeah? Enjoy the video, guys. Thank you. Alright, fam, welcome back to DOREEN'S African Experiences. As promised, we are moving on to the 2-bedroom house, the cost of building a 2-bedroom house. I was interacting with gentlemen. This is the thing, I moved too much. I ended up landing on a site where they are excavating solid steel stones. You people, solid steel stones are rare, and that's the truth. But in Uganda, they are there. But most people actually excavate them from lakes. Anything other than a lake, they are actually rare. Solid steel, when we get to that point in Endabalaga, the stones can be so pretty. And they have the best component. Jangu kalo babuzeko. Sembera ke mabega bakolawe olonti. Ati kati koli muwanvu okonsinga. Oh, Uganda na Lugisu. Kama ho. Gasira. Wanyara. I travel too much, so I know about 7 languages. Nonetheless, these are the gentlemen that actually excavate these stones.
7 languages. One of them is which one?
One, yours.
Okay. What about the rest?
Like Uncle video, abantu banganya okwogera ennyo mu video. Naye amazima gali into you people. I don't know how to explain solid steels for you. At the end of the video, I'm going to put a video I captured about these stones. The truth is, these stones are sold to you very expensively. Omwana una bagambe. You know those stones? Erefu. Enda kitundu omuntu temuwa? Omwana ngambye mumuwa. Kale kinene nnyo. Sente mmeka erefu? Ng'ate gwaji mutwalidde waba agyekimidde. Otandise okuba abantu banakuwagira gwe. Omwana ngambye ena kitundu ng'ag'ekibira nga we gali. Erefu amuwa. Sitombulira birombe birala ndi ku kikyo. Ekirombe ekyo amayinja g'olina. Kale kyemmanyi 5 omuwa. Honestly ng'ag'ekimidde. Tomanyi bano abantu gye bava. Erefu. Kati yagala emitwalo 6 gyonna gyaki. Okay, but in truth, if you're on ground, they'll give you at 50. Bajja kuwa. Muli wala.
50,000 shillings every year.
It's very little.
At least
what?
At least.
Akwongeremu 5.
For loaders and something.
Linda ko mitwalo 6 mumutikira. Okay, at 60,000 they load for you an elf of these stones. You people, these stones are pure steel, like what they call solid steel. I swear to God. I think they say Nagalama. I don't regret. Nagalama today. Nagalama is Mukono. That is after Kalaji, or along Gayaza Road. And this is where I found these gentlemen. Deep within Nagalama, they have solid steel stones. They're excavating them. I'm surprised. You people at 60,000 an elf truck, they are selling to you an elf truck of stones at over 200,000. And they are not even solid steel. They be popular. These be stones, byokona ne biyika. Byebalioba. I've been telling you people consistently that in Uganda you can actually find the right material affordably. You people learn to do research. Nzengana muntu omu, I can't consistently do for you research. Alright? Anyway, as promised, I don't know, I'll find out kale some number yobajira. Kumwena ni nani ni chirombe, ani akulire chirombe echo. Lwaki olimba? Ngawe najja okukola savesa akusangawo nga toliyo ku site. Kati bwe banajja ng'olina gy'olaze. Obalaba? Kale soma enamba. Oli togamba nze bagambe, yogera nnyo bakuwulire. +256 757 759 wait 5 kale jiddamu ogisome tuddemu buto 0757 549 424. But if you're not in Uganda, add that +256 because that's the Uganda's coordinate. +256. See now na pain. Nandi badenji wanika nenji soma bulungi. Now yeah, you people, these people can actually supply you stones, but they're not paying transportation for you. Go wait till them transport of L for Jochima Main at 60,000 shillings, solid steel. I'm impressed, and that's the truth. Because for me, I know the difference in this material. Aga chorus. Meanwhile, at chorus stage, you people, Uganda is blessed. Uganda is a blessed country.
Just give us a glance of this.
They look like this. You people, they actually look like crystals. I don't know. Are these crystals? You people, we could be dealing with crystals in excavation. Because you people, these look like crystals. I swear they look like crystals. I need to do...
Gray, zilimu, maroon.
You people, this is the most solid of steel.
Do you
know that these boys could be excavating crystals and they don't know?
Sure. Does it really? Yenga sina kenda baye kati madam anyinto already river to Kenya.
Like
just only
but I feel like these look like crystals. I need to do my personal research on this and then get back, because I swear to God, this is so clear. It is solid steel and too clear. They look like crystals. But crystals come from fish. Something is happening under this ground. Actually, mineral there has to be a mineral below these stones. But we all don't know though. Because this is like a crystal. I've seen crystals, actual pure crystals, and they look like this. So I don't know. I think these boys are excavating crystals and selling them as stones.
So research
because at least I know where to go if these are actually crystals. I swear they look like crystals. You could be harvesting millions of money. Government I was impressed. Nze nagalaba. Akanamba
osoloka woyo akakola.
Enamba yo no ngisomye mu video.
Okay.
nja kuddamu ndabe video ndabe engeri gye ngiwandika kubanga sitambudde na pen oba ngireese mu motoka. Alright, so I'm going to give you different prices to build the house behind me, how much it would cost you to build it, and I give you different alternatives. Our alternatives are basic. We have concrete blocks, and then we have soil bricks and clay bricks. One thing I have to warn you ahead of time is I don't advise, I don't care where you are, I don't advise anybody to put soil bricks in the ground of a concrete block house. Please, you people, this is your house. How should I beg you to put money in yourself, to invest in yourself? Might take a musent and those I did direct translation. Invest in yourself. How are you affording a block of 1,900 shillings but you can't afford a brick of 250, 260? People, learn to invest in yourselves. Invest money in yourselves, all right? So that you have a good outcome. These people used concrete blocks all the way from the ground, and you see the repercussions of that. Their house is sucking in water. It's weakening the walls. The walls are slowly crumbling, and that's not good. I don't want that for you. I want you to have the best of the best, all right? All right, so if you're using clay bricks or soil bricks, you're going to need 11,000 bricks. For clay bricks, I've put them at 260 shillings. You recognize that in the previous videos, I've been putting them at 250. Now, I will not reach 300 shillings because I know. You people, I make these bricks, I know the prices of these bricks. So at 260 shillings, you should be able to get a brick, a clay brick. Then at 200 shillings, you should be able to get a soil brick. Maximum, and that includes transportation. If you are in Uganda and you are not in the center of Uganda, which is Kampala, please don't pay more than 200 shillings for a brick. And if you pay, Banange, you people, I just built a house for somebody. I got bricks at 150 shillings, and that included transportation. But Namwe, I don't know how to convince you to learn these things. Put your own time into these things and get right prices. Stop consulting one person. There is no place in Uganda that has only one maker of bricks. Look for different makers, compare prices, and then come to a conclusion, all right? And then for concrete blocks, you're going to need 2,300 blocks. But in the foundation, you're going to need 4,000 bricks. You can put soil or you can put clay, depending on the making of your soil. If you're in a waterlogged area, please put clay bricks. Why? In the foundation, clay bricks have the component of swallowing and spitting out water easily. This will help your house last longer. How should I convince you to do these things? Soil bricks, you should only put soil bricks. 1, I'm not on a hill. 2, I'm in a dry area, a dry, semi-arid or dry. All right? You've seen people in Gambia building with these blocks from foundation up. These people are in a semi-desert. We are in Uganda, you're in Kenya, you're in Tanzania. You have rains coming in. You're next to monsoons. You're next to strong winds that are blowing with water. I don't know how to convince you people to do the right thing, but at the end of the day, it's your house. I, as Doreen, I cannot ever convince you to do what I want you to do, because it's your house, it's your money. I am just here to guide you. But if you're building with concrete blocks, I don't care if they are solid or hollow, please endeavor to put clay bricks in your ground first. All right? They should build for you from the ground until the foundation is done. Elevate your houses to the right length so that your house looks big, even if it's not big. You people are building houses, spending money. If your foundation is messed up, your house is going to be messed up. I don't know. I've used 6-inch hollow blocks. And these 6-inch hollow blocks are 1,900 shillings. But someone can give you all the way to 1,500 shillings. It depends on how many you're taking and where you are buying from. Location is everything. Okay, if you're building with either soil bricks or clay bricks, you're going to need about 62 bags of cement. These bags of cement include pouring your concrete in your house, and they also include the beam. Remember, after you put up your beam, you have to add at least 1 course, 2 courses or 3 courses of bricks. All these things are accounted for. I account for these things. All right, so this cement is enough for all these things. You've seen in the introduction, I've showed you the tour of this house. All right, you're going to see grass growing in this house. People don't often, there are people who just don't like you. Someone can come and plant a tree in that house, an actual big tree. You might fail to get money. Always endeavor to build your house and pour the concrete at once. Don't wait to pour the concrete later, please. I endeavor to advise you. There are so many things that you will avoid if you pour your concrete immediately after building your house. For those who believe, who are superstitious, you will avoid witchcraft. No one is going to come and break that concrete to put witchcraft in your house. I don't know. No, you understand? No, these trees that can spite, that are growing in your house after when you haven't poured concrete in your house, those trees can break your house. You people, you can be there thinking you built a house. The tree will grow fast. Because these roots, for them, they are looking for water. So when they reach your hollow block, it doesn't matter if it's your solid block, these trees will penetrate through. Trees have that capacity. Also, avoid planting strong big trees next to your house. In your compound, you should be planting dwarfs, because for them, their roots do not grow so tall, as to over the years affecting your house. You have a big tree in your compound, that tree is affecting your house and you don't know. In a few years, they built the house right, everything is right, but it's the trees that are affecting your house. Okay? And then if you're building with concrete blocks, those are 6-inch blocks, you're going to need 57 bags of cement, and this includes everything. Everything inclusive of it includes everything. Pouring concrete, making the beam, everything is inclusive. Then you're going to need white tens, about 16 white tens. White tens zezo. Each white ten, the minimum it should be is 38 feet. In meters, that is 11.582 meters. Now, our house, I'm sorry I didn't mention how big the house is. The house is 8 feet wide and 7 feet long. It's a convenient house. It's not so big. I also saw things in this house that are flaws. Many things. Putting those WPJ windows. Always endeavor to just put, put one window on your living room side, and then another window on the other side. But those WPJ windows, they are not supposed to be too many on the house. You shouldn't have more than 3. You're building a 2-bedroom house, so in a PJs in Gamsam. What the hell are you doing? Forgive my language. You shouldn't have, even if you are building a 3-bedroom house, 4-bedroom house, you shouldn't have more than 4 PJs on your house. And these PJs are best designed for the living room area. People, please avoid these PJs. Too much of anything is bad. it destroys the mechanism, the design of the house, the outlook of the house. It makes it look bad. So please endeavor on a 2-bedroom house, at least put 2 pictures. Put them there on the living room area. Then put a big window. The reason we put windows is for lighting. It is up to you to assess, are these 2 pictures going to bring in enough light for me? Because not every time you're going to turn on your lights. So if you can have natural light coming in and it's enough for you, then limit it to that. Aeration is done by ventilators, all right, or roofers. That's the work of ventilation, aeration. Then windows are for lighting and maybe a bit of aeration, but mostly lighting, bringing in light in the house. All right, so you need white ends. White ends, we are going to specifically use them up. For the beam, remember we are making divisions. This is a 2-bedroom house. You have the living room. When we say any kind of house, the moment we say bedroom, 1 bedroom, we're not counting the living room as a bedroom, you people. It goes without say that you're going to have a living room. It goes without say that you're going to have a bathroom. It goes without say that you're going to have a kitchen. So when I say a 2-bedroom house, it means you have 1 master bedroom and a regular bedroom. The reason we say a master bedrooms are supposed to be slightly bigger than the other bedrooms. And that's why we call them master bedrooms. So if your bedrooms are of the same size, you simply have bedrooms. You don't have a master bedroom. The word master means bigger, greater. Holy dear. So you're also going to need white 12s. White 12s are going to make for you these wood pillars you see in front. The wood pillars that are going to hold the house in the front. You see, you're going to have a shed in front and behind. You can choose to only have it in front depending on what your house plan looks like. So in this case, we have pillars in front, 2 pillars in front and 2 pillars outside. All right. So those white 12s are going to do that. We choose white 12s because they exert more strength. They are bigger. I'm going to make for you a 4-minute video at the end of the video, and I'm going to show you a gentleman. Because I'm in Nagalama, I figured I should give back to the Nagalama community. I'm going to meet up with a gentleman up there, and he's going to show you the different types of wood he has and the different prices the wood is going for. And it's those prices that have actually had me use these prices that are here, because I know the person who built from here bought there, and he sent me there. He told me I bought my wood from here, you know. So I'm using whatever this person used for this house. But I know these prices are constant for most people. Material only increases by probably 2%. I've only done math for a house like this. Dear, measurements are measurements. The math does not lie. It doesn't. At the end, I'm also going to show you the house we were supposed to use, the soil brick house. Remember that house that has the lady who has wrangles about the boundary, but she fixed it. But because she's now stressed, she has not been able to continue with construction. She paused because she spent too much money solving the boundary issue. Alright, so you're going to need chirundu, about 30 pieces of chirundu. Now, chirundu is wood, mbao. Chirundu, we use it, they stand on it, they put it, or when they're making the beam, they use it. They use it for ladders, basically not too much of it. You only need like 30 pieces maximally. And these 30 pieces can be reused going forward. So once you have used it, please keep them. Don't just throw them away, please. And then we have eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is kalitunsi. Eucalyptus, we use it for ladders, scaffolding. When you're making ladders to stand on after a few courses, you have to use ladders because you can't build on your feet going up. Now, the other thing that I've seen people do that maybe might be commendable, but I was waiting for a 4-bedroom house to include that. Once you build your outline of the house, the box, using 6-inch blocks, you can use the 4-inch blocks to make divisions. 4-inch blocks are smaller. You've also seen people use mark spans to also build inside. You've also seen people use regular bricks to make divisions inside. It is okay because most of the weight that is being supported by the house, right, requires the outer boundaries, so that's okay. Inside you can use smaller bricks if you find them cheaper. Outside you go ahead and use the 6-inch blocks. All right. Okay, eucalyptus, you need 25 pieces, but they will remain. But also endeavor, so when you're buying material, buy in phases. I've been telling you over and over again, an elf truck of bricks carries 1,000 bricks. Those small bricks, 1,000. So you can buy a few elves. Pola and pola, gawo chibala. All right. Okay, and then now we are going to go to lake sand and plaster sand. Lake sand, to build this house, you're going to need 2 forward trucks and 1 elf truck of lake sand. My most recommendation is Rela. Rela is not as expensive as people make it seem. You people stop listening too much to people. People will scare you away from achieving your goals. Now, a lake sand, a forward of lake sand shouldn't cost you more than 350,000 shillings. You people, and that is the maximum. Like, zona nyingi. I'm using that price because I know you can get it at 300, you can get it at 330. Kati, your excess here 50k is for transportation. And then an elf is gonna cost you about 280,000 shillings. All right, that is an elf of red. But even at 250 you can get. Now plaster sand, you need 3 elf trucks of plaster sand. And if you don't want to buy 3 elf trucks, just buy 1 forward truck of plaster sand. Remember the measurements of this house when you're building. The measurements is 3 wheelbarrows of sand to 1 bag of cement. Among these 3 wheelbarrows, you have 2 lake and 1 plaster. But the people who are building with 4 wheelbarrows, those who are building with 5, and now an elf truck of plaster sand, maximally it will cost you 150,000 shillings, and that includes transportation. And then you have paians. You just need 1 roll of paians. We've agreed from the start we are going to use 13 kilograms, and that is 23,000 shillings. A roll is 13,000. A roll is 13 kilograms and it costs 23,000 Ugandan shillings. Okay. And then we have aggregate stones. They are called aggregate stones. Aggregate stones are going to help you power the beam. They are also going to assist you in powering your foundation. So 1 elf truck should be enough. 1 elf truck. When it's full, togula flat, making sure your elf truck is full. All right, maximally that will cost you about 170,000 shillings or less. Even less, I know because I've bought them. Now, for DPC, the DPC you need about 1 roll. The DPC, they put it when they are building. They also put it in your what? In your foundation, they put a DPC. When they are going to pour your concrete in your house, they put a DPC. So endeavor. You need binding wire about 8 kilograms. Each kilogram is 6,000 shillings. Then you need R6, that is ring wire. And then when they're also pouring columns, So the ring wires are 7,000 shillings each. You need 10. And then excavation, when we reach labor costs, you're going to see me putting 1 week and 3 days. The first 2 days, even that's too much, but I've just left it like that. But the first day is enough to excavate for this house. Pay them a daily rate. Don't contract them to pay them as contractors or bajja kubba. This is a small house. Bagambe lero tusime obawe daily rate, a daily rate like they are building. All right. Then you're going to need thread, chigogwa. Those threads. Sometimes they are brown, sometimes they are yellow. Yeah, they use them when they are sitting the house. Akayumba newe kaba katono katuze, so that you get the right calculations and level of the house. To avoid mistakes. Labor, I've given you 2 masons and 2 laborers. One laborer can serve these 2 masons and the other laborer mixes. Then masons, each of them maximally they should charge you 30,000 shillings a day, and that's what I've used. And then laborers will charge you 15,000 shillings each a day. And for the 1 week and 3 days, the total altogether will be 1,080,000 shillings. But just put aside money for 1 week and 3 days. We'll keep it as your secret. It is up to you. By the way, how you manage your project is how it goes. When you're reluctant, hey, even the workers will be reluctant. But when you're active, go asoka ku site, material aberawo, abana banekwa sachi, they have food, they've been given transport. When they start giving excuses, fire them. You have to show, sometimes you have to show workers that because there are many people who are willing to do the job. Every time you start begging people to do anything for you, they will start giving you a hard time. Avoid being exhausted by workers you are paying. Be very specific, straightforward. Bagambe. Every time the day ends, ask your workers, what do you need tomorrow? We need this, this and that and that. Give them the money if necessary. If not necessary, have the material on site by morning, by 7. So that by 7:38 they are starting. Then you start asking people, sweetheart, they are going to delay. You're going to be there on a 2-bedroom house. You'll be there for weeks. You don't want the truth. Either way. What can I do? I can't sugarcoat. Because it's not in my nature. It's not. It's not in my nature to sugarcoat anything. See, that's why most people don't like me. Because I say it as it is. I'm not good at pretending, lying. No, I'll tell you straight up. You refuse to hear the truth, it's up to you. At the end of the day, even my own parents know, my siblings know, everybody that's been in my life knows Doreen. She's too blunt. I'm too blunt. I'll tell it as it is. It's not that seguya, it's just how I was born. Neguya, mbeguya. Naya amazima gali nti, amazima getagisa, because no one is telling you the truth. How can you wait for the day to end? The day you're supposed to start work, then you ask people what they need. You people. Anyway, you're going to need a couple nails. You need 2 inches, 3 inches, and 4 inches. But predominantly 3 inches. But remember, you're going to get 4 kilograms of each, but they will remain. A kilogram maximally you should be paying 5,000 maximally per kilogram of nails. Aha. Coaching. So put aside 100,000 shillings for those nails. And then labor, we said 1,080,000 shillings. Then transport, feeding, and miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is a big wabitalaze, you know, unexpected costs. Just put aside 400,000 shillings. Transport material, to transport your workers or house them, to feed them. Tazija kugwao, I'm sure. All right. Then you need a plain sheet. Plain sheet, are those ones over pillars. Those pillars when they are making them. You can buy one roll, or you can just go and they cut for you a few meters. But a roll is 75,000 shillings. Me, I've accounted for a roll. But a house this small, you probably need like 4 meters, or at most 10 meters. Now, if you calculate how many meters are in a roll, you'd rather just buy a roll. Now we have tools. Tools. You need a wheelbarrow, you need a hoe, you need a spade, you need pangas. You people learn to make friends where you're building. Ngatona zimba, make friends. Buza ania pangisa, who has a wheelbarrow in the village? A wheelbarrow, the cheapest wheelbarrow is 150,000 shillings. Why would you buy a wheelbarrow for a house this small? Unless when you have more work for it. Yeah? Rent it, jipangise. It is cheaper than buying a new wheelbarrow. Ask anya ina kuchitiyo. Half the time aina wheelbarrow, aina chitiyo, enkumbi buli omali na. The things you should be buying is maybe a hammer. Rent these things and keep them well. If you can't keep them well after work, make sure they take them back. Kumacha, they return with them in the morning. Nze nange mbabulirira naye nange kamwa koogera netaaga okubulirira. I love you guys so much. Let me give you the totals and then we close this video. But that's what you need. That's everything you need when you're going to build a house. All right? Jangu! Jangu! Igwe! Jangu! Soko J! Alright, so if you're building with soil bricks, your house up to beam level, remember, Omaloteka beam, they have to put 2 courses, 3 courses, or just 1 course of bricks, depending on how much elevation you want for your house. The total is going to be 8,677,000 shillings. And if you're building with clay bricks, your total is going to be 9,337,000 shillings. And if you're going to build with concrete blocks, your total is going to be 10,621,000 shillings. Remember, in the foundation for concrete blocks, we accounted for 4,000 bricks. And it's up to you to substitute either clay or soil. Thank you for all the support. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. Yeah? Kindly subscribe, like and share. Information is for all of us. Enjoy your day.
See. Now, DOREEN'S African experience.
So this is our initial.
This
was the house we're supposed to use initially. It's a 2-bedroom house, as you can see, fully self-contained.
How much you
1 bathroom and a store. Remember, there is only one thing I haven't told you in the earlier minutes.
Are the same size.
When you're building a 2-bedroom house,
so you
make sure the bathroom is left open
for the money.
It's not enclosed in any of the bedrooms. Yes, be it a master bedroom. It's a construction floor because in the house we are using, the concrete block house,
my space is
these people enclosed the bathroom and toilets in the master bedroom. So I don't understand if the people in the other room wants to pee at night, they knock at the door. It's quite inconveniencing. So that's a construction floor.
Until Saturday, I can't exactly.
So you, when you're building a 2-bedroom house and you only have 1 bathroom inside, 1 bathroom and toilet make sure
So
you
it will
leave,
be near-
you create an
near
open
to
door.
finishing.
Make sure
But
anyone
this is
in
a
the house can
3-bedroom house.
access
As you
it
can see,
without
this is a
having
living room. I think that's a master bedroom.
without having to
That's
knock
a toilet there.
at any door.
And this is a
now this
second
house was
bedroom.
fully raised. It was
I believe
raised
this is a
quite
kitchen
well. The
and the other
builders
one is
did a very
store.
good job.
The plan is well
I
laid
was
out.
impressed.
It's actually brilliant. It's nice.
The only problem
been a
was
while
with the
since I've
foundation.
been
Sorry,
part
with the
of
boundary wall.
This stage
Remember,
of
when you're building a
construction, but I
house
love
like
it.
this, you don't need very
love,
big
love,
land.
love,
From
love,
25 feet,
You know?
25 by what?
Apparently, they've been
25
at it
by
for
50 or
3
something.
days.
You can
In
actually
3
build
days, they built
your
the whole
2-bedroom
foundation
house. And
from scratch.
always endeavor to raise your house
Dug
very well
the
above the
foundation,
ground.
throw
It doesn't
some
matter
soil
if
back in.
you're
So
on a
I'll be
very
doing
flat
the math for
surface.
you on Saturday,
Every time
but
you
for now,
raise
I
your
just thought
house,
we'd
your
have
foundation, if
a
your
sneak
foundation
peek
rises a
of
bit,
what the
it
video
makes
will
the house
entail.
look very nice. It makes
these
your house
people are
actually
very,
appear
very
bigger than
affordable.
it looks.
Because according to him,
Because
there's
look
been
at this
2
house. This is
masons.
1 bedroom.
All right.
What you
But their
see in
daily
front
charge
there
is
is a
30,000
kitchen,
a day, and then
the other
helpers,
side
2
it's a
helpers.
stall.
Which means
And
if
then
they've
when
been
you
able
turn
to do
around this
such a
side,
clean job
let me turn.
in such a short time,
That's a living room,
'cause you see the job
dining,
is so
that space
clean.
in the
I'm
middle, and then
impressed.
the other side is actually
It
a
means they
master
know what they're
bedroom,
doing.
and the other small
And for
space
me,
you see on the
I like
other
people
side
who know what they're
is
doing,
bathroom
and they're
toilet. You see,
affordable.
this
So
is
this
a
kind
very
of
big
speed for a
house.
3-bedroom house,
You know,
is
the
very
work was done very well,
inspirational.
and at this
I
point,
think
these people had
they
only
deserve
consumed
the
at least
documentary. I'm documenting
4,000 bricks,
But
and the foundation was
considering my
ready,
week
and they
is
were
swung,
starting to raise
we'll
the
definitely
walls of
get
the
back
house.
to
So,
this on Saturday.
but remember, at this
At
stage, you
whatever
have to
stage
put a
I'll find them
DPC.
at.
Don't forget
Today
to
is a
put a
public
DPC
holiday.
on your what?
People who work
On your
even
foundation
public
floors to
holidays
raise
are
the
very
walls.
inspirational.
Yes, you need a
Especially on
DPC.
jobs
So
like
the
this.
steps
You
were
know, these are
perfectly
daily
done. The
jobs.
building is neat,
And
as
so
you can
far
see.
the
It's
house has
really, really,
consumed
really built. It's a
5,000
beautiful
bricks
building
right now.
And these are
The
just 2
others are not
masons
yet
who are
in,
actually
but
doing
from
this.
scratch.
You know,
So
and
far
this
5,000
was
bricks have
done
been
in
taken
3
out.
days. And that
Alright,
includes
which means to the beam
excavating
level,
for the
they
what?
might
For the
take up to
foundation.
probably
So 2
13,000.
masons and
That's what he estimates.
2 helpers, as
But
you can
we'll
see
do
in the
actual
picture.
math.
One of the
I'll do
masons had
the math
gone
for you, give you the
to
measurements
supervise
and
the loading
everything.
of the bricks.
And then we get to
In this particular
conclusion
video, all I'm saying
price.
is
This
you
is
don't need
nice.
that many workers.
This
See that
is-
DPC
this
right
is
there?
revolutionary
Yeah, you're supposed to
work.
put a lining
Okay,
above
guys.
on that.
See ya.
So
And
that's the only other thing I had
let's see
forgotten
each
to
other in the
discuss
next
with you,
clip,
my
which will
people.
be
And
If you
remember
knew when
to
I'm doing
always,
this,
always
you'll
respect
laugh.
the boundary walls.
But I
Leave a
love
foot
this.
outside
I
your
love
house.
this.
1
Because
foot
I know
only.
every person that's actually
All right.
building
If your land is
and
bigger
they're
than
doing
this
a
land, always
home,
leave 2 feet.
they're doing 3
But if it's
bedrooms.
small, just
So
1 foot. It's
I
enough
want it
space
to
for
be
you
the
to
best
work
3-bedroom
and to avoid
house video
land
you're going to see on the
struggles.
internet.
Land struggles
I want
don't
it to
often
be
just come
realistic. I
from
want it to be live
title
on
and
spot,
ownership. They come
and I
from
want
many
it to be
things.
very,
Then
very
backfilling this
informative
house,
and
of
very
course, you can use
detailed.
a layer in
All
front
right?
of your
I'm going to
house.
do
I'll
both
discuss that
these
in the
bricks.
next video.
I'm also going to do for you,
You know,
on
in
my
front of your
9
house, you can
version of
always
this
get a
video.
layer off
9
your
blocks
land,
are those concrete blocks.
and then you
all right?
backfill, and then you level.
So we'll start with this.
See?
I'll
It
substitute
can
within
always
the
work
video
in your
for the
favor.
small bricks, and then we'll proceed to the 9
I don't know, there
video.
is nothing else. So kindly,
But for
thank you for
now,
watching DOREEN'S African Experiences.
So much content is awaiting
and I can't
us,
wait to
my
see
friends.
you in the coming videos.
This is
Enjoy this
revolutionary
kindly.
work.
Enjoy this. Don't forget to subscribe.